everyone, welcome back to another video. For this week's video, you're coming to Bali with us. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. We are leaving Australia for the first time since we moved here just over a year ago, and we are so excited to go and see what all of the fuss is about in Bali. Now, I've heard very mixed reviews. Some people think it's the most amazing place on earth. I've also seen a lot of videos where people leave early because it's not for them. So we're going to go and see what it's like for us, and you're coming along with us. So we're at the airport now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. We've got a 6 a.m. flight. So let's get on with it. Ready? So we are up in the air, and before I start catching flies,
which you will do,
Jamie has some hilarious photos of me sleeping on planes, and I'm sure today's not going to be any different. I thought I would just tell you about our plans. So we are going to Bali, as I've said. This trip was planned by Jamie initially as a surprise for my 30th birthday, which was last month, and then one of my friends may have let it slip that I was indeed going to Bali, so I've known about it for a little while now, which has meant I've been able to get very excited about. And last week, my friend Sarah, so my best friend Sarah, who went to uni together, she lives in Canada, or lived in Canada, now lives in Melbourne, phoned us up and says that her and her boyfriend have booked a last minute trip to Bali. So we extended our trip by a day. They're going to stay around the Canggu area for a day, and we are going to spend the day together.
Yeah,
so the first 24 hours is going to be spent in more like the basic, like the, I don't know how to describe it.
Well, it's like a bit of more of a party vibe, right?
Yeah, more like beach club party vibe for the first 24 hours, and then we will be heading up into the middle of the island to Ubud.
Yeah, I think Ubud. Yeah.
Ubud, for a very deluxe jungle relaxing stay. So, first step, party time.
Well, first step is for you to catch some flies on this plane, which you will do.
Oh yeah. Very, very humid.
Yeah, for sure. Like 80% humidity.
And would you like to show the camera the text we just got from our taxi driver?
He's got a flat tyre.
He's got a flat tyre.
And I've asked him if he's going to get us there, or shall I find another taxi? He just said no. So is that no to, is he going to get us there, or no to, I'll get another taxi?
I thought we'd be there by now.
It is a long drive, it's 40 minutes, I think, to get there.
We'll see.
Let's give it 5 minutes, and if we've had nothing in 5 minutes, we'll just get back.
Sounds good.
Sorry, brother.
That's okay.
Yes, let's go, yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
So we have made it without the taxi breaking down.
Somehow.
Which was good. And we were saying Canggu, it's actually Canggu. We've met up with Sarah and James. We have checked into our villa. We are staying at the Villa Bella Rose, or Villa Bella Rosa.
Rose.
I'll give you a quick look around. So out here we have a little swimming pool, and like the main living area over there. So there's like a kitchen, a little living room. And then Sarah and James are gonna be in that room there. And then you come into our room, TV, mirror, and then a nice little bathroom. And so far, so good, I would say, wouldn't you?
The aircon works, which is a good start, because you wouldn't want, I mean, maybe not quite as cold as this, but I don't think you want to sleep with how hot it is outside.
Very, very humid. It's like 30 degrees, feeling like 43.
Yeah, it's like, what, 90% humidity?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is fine.
It makes a nice change, actually.
Yeah.
Like
because you may have heard.
Perth might be hot, but it is a dry heat.
Dry heat in Perth, yeah.
It's just strange the air being like hot and close and moist, because it's not been that warm in Perth recently.
No.
A bit cold.
Yeah. Right, we are going to freshen up and then we're going to hit the road and head to Finn's Beach Club. Sore throat from speaking over loud music all afternoon yesterday, but it was an amazing day. We had a lovely dinner and then we got up this morning. Sarah and I went for an amazing brunch, a nice little coffee just around the corner from where we were staying. Had this like ginger shot which was very good for the throat.
That was intense. You like need to chase it with the orange. That was like is there a point when there's too much ginger? It's no longer good for your belly.
Wow.
Most ginger I've literally ever imbibed.
And then we said goodbye, and that was our 24 hours in Canggu with our friends. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to delegate the talking of the vlog to Jamie, and he is going to take us along for the rest of the day, I think. So over to you, sir.
Thanks. Hello everyone. So we are now getting a ride up to Ubud. We are staying at a very fancy place. I think it's called Sanna Ubud, where there'll be plenty of opportunity to have a massage. We have our own little pool, staying in a villa. Also looking forward to doing a bit of exploring of the area, maybe going to a temple, spending some time in the jungle, maybe seeing a mountain or two. Yes, lots of things obviously we can't do back in Perth. The weather this morning, it's a bit rainy, but it's still very warm, which actually I'm finding is quite nice. It's a nice change from the dry heat, or even the dry cool. At least it's, it's warm, and I feel like it really does warm you to the core. So there's maybe an hour and 20 minutes to go now, so we'll put this down and we'll see you when we get there. Sanna Ubud. In case you couldn't tell, I've been blessed, and it's not just me that's been blessed. Sarah too has been blessed. It's very nice so far. We can't check into our room until 3 PM, maybe earlier. He did say he'd try and fit us in earlier, so we'll see how that goes. So we've got a few hours to kill. We are sat in the bar, so we'll have a nice drink here. I think I fancy a tea, like a nice little tea. If you want to go for a swim or anything like that, we can do that too. So, yeah, it's good to be here. It's warm, not too warm. It's not raining. If it were, we're covered up. So, yeah, it's nice to be here. I'm looking forward to getting to our room. That'd be great. Very fancy. Welcome to our villa in Sanna Ubud. This is, I think fair to say, pretty spectacular, so we're excited to give you the room tour. I guess we'll start in the living area. We've got a nice little seating arrangement here, table, a lounger,
including the big ceiling fan that we can use if we want to cool down. It is absolutely pouring down rain, but it's still quite nice. I know I've said this before, I sound like a broken record, but it makes a change from the very dry heat. Over here, we have our little coffee machine, water bottles, fridge, minibar. Inside there we have a kettle, anything regular hotel fare. We will then move on. So probably the centre point of the whole place. This is our private pool. It's very fancy. Got a little turtle ornament with a fountain. I'm very much looking forward to jumping in here. For some reason on my bucket list is to swim in the rain. I don't know why. I feel like that's quite a nice Balinese jungle thing to do. I also quite like this rain catcher over here. I think that's quite nice. And then we'll move on to our room. Now, I think this is pretty spectacular. You can see it's all nice and open. Can also be closed, but check this out. Can't check it out. Yeah. Check this out. How cool is that? You can sit in our deluxe king-size bed. That has been decorated, by the way, for Sarah's birthday. That had a 0 in it. So thank you very much for that. Very nice. You can lie in your bed and look out into the Balinese jungle, almost completely in the open air, which I think is pretty spectacular. Mosquito net, obviously a very nice lighting setup, I think, with the mosquito net. Very nicely adorned, lovely stone floors, nice rug. We also, this is quite exciting, there's a hidden AC unit, which I think is quite cool. So there is AC if you want to close the doors and it's too hot, which is nice, I appreciate that. We have separate wardrobes. This is Sarah's wardrobe. Hat, kimono, shopping bag, that's what it was described to me as. Hairdryer, bottle, all the usual fare. I'm right in saying that he said we could take some of it home if you wanted to. I think some of it's free, some of it you have to pay for, don't know, but very nice. I like that the light comes on when you open it, goes off when you close it. Quite cool. And over here, because it wouldn't be fair if Sarah got her own wardrobe if I didn't get my own wardrobe, which is essentially the same. Most of the same stuff. The only difference being is I have a different hat. Stylish. And then we move on to the bathroom, which again, pretty spectacular. So nice drum sink thing. I don't know. It looks nice. I like that. Regular, nice big shower. I think it's partly open air. Let's have a look. No. It's not, but there is like a glass roof, so you can see the outside, just not open air. But yeah, nice big shower, toiletries. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? Stool? Stool? I don't know what that is, but it's there. And then the main event for the bathroom, I would go out there, but it's raining, is the bath. But it's very nice. They've decorated it for us with lovely flowers. It kind of would be a vibe to be in a bath in the rain, I think, but I'm not sure now. See how we feel. Let's close that. It's now getting quite wet in here. That is the room tour concluded. We will now sit back, relax, and enjoy this wonderful Balinese jungle scape.
Ready?
So ready.
This is stunning.
It is indeed. It's very nice. What we did this afternoon is we went and had a lovely afternoon tea at the restaurant here, which was very nice. Tea, a little bite to eat, and then we came back to our room. I had a little swim, read our books. It's nice and warm. It's lovely. And now what we're about to do is go to the restaurant and have a nice dinner. quick fit check. All dressed up to the nines, ready to go out. Apparently it's special barbecue night, although what we want is a nasi goreng, which I think they do. So
What's a nasi goreng?
it's like an Indonesian rice, egg, sauce thing. I'd be lying if I said I'm very familiar with it. I've heard of it, and I know it's a thing you get when you're here, and I know it's got rice and egg in it. Apart from that, don't know. But apparently it's supposed to be very nice. So hopefully we'll get one of those.
Shall we?
Let's go. Good evening. You find us here in the Vanara restaurant in Sanna Ubud. We've just been presented with our starters and also a little amuse-bouche. So here we have chicken ragu on what looks like like a cracker. I'd call it a poppadom, but that might be wrong. And what was labelled as crab tartare. I don't think the crab is raw, but there's crab, and you can see on the top here that is pomelo, which is a citrus fruit pomelo, which is a citrus fruit. Cut. We've got our drinks. I've got a tequila sunrise. Sarah's got a frozen margarita. And here is crab tartare. Don't worry, the crab isn't raw, but on top is pomelo, and that's like a citrus fruit. It's citrus fruit. It's citrus fruit. This is crab tartare. Don't worry, it's not raw. It is cooked crab, and on top is pomelo, which is like a citrus fruit amalgamation of like an orange and a grapefruit, and it's very nice. So we are going to tuck in, and we'll catch up probably after dinner. See you then.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to another day in paradise. Oh dear, I'm not feeling that much better today, if I'm honest. Sorry, I'll let you get the door. So I'll once again let Jamie do most of the vlogging today. We are heading down to breakfast, and I have to say, one of my favourite things about travelling, being on holiday, especially in a nice place, is a fancy hotel breakfast. I love the fruit, I love the coffee, I love the variety, and I just love the vibe. So I'm so excited for this breakfast, and then Jamie will tell you what we're getting up to for the rest of the day.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day in paradise. We've just had our lovely breakfast, and now we are off for a half day of activities. So I have organised with the hotel for us to have a driver and to see a few things out in Ubud, which I recently learned is supposed to be the cultural centre of Bali. So on the agenda today, number one, I actually don't know the order we're doing this, but I'm just going to list them in an order which I deem appropriate. Number one, Ubud Palace. Have a walk around. I think it should be quite pretty. Number two, I've completely forgotten the name of it, but it's like an ancient cave that dates back to like... Sorry? I don't think that's what it's called. That dates back to the 6th century. We'll have to pop up on the screen what it's called. Looks very cool. It's also a temple, so I'm looking forward to that. We are going to some rice terraces. Have a look around. Should be quite picturesque. It's quite rainy today, but still quite warm. And then we are going to the monkey forest sanctuary to see the monkeys. And then we should be back here by 2 p.m. And then at 3:30 we have a Balinese massage scheduled in the spa, which should be very nice. So we should go meet our driver, and we'll see you at the first stop.
So you have to wear like are they calling them sarongs, saris? Like kind of wraps around your legs. And right when we got to the car park, obviously people were like coming up to us being like, buy them, buy them. So Jamie's instinct was like, no, we don't need to buy them. But then some tourists with Romanian flags on their t-shirts came up to us and were like, oh, you definitely need these, like go and get one. We almost did, but it turns out you get them free when you go in. So here we go, getting our free sarongs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello again. We've now arrived at Goa Gadja,
I now know the name. It's cool being here. It's nice being away from the hustle and bustle. The temple seems really nice. There's like incense, so you can see the big stone carving from here, and there's lots of decorations up because it is a holiday stay. It is, I can't remember the Indonesian name, but I'm told it translates to roughly Yellow Day. So
Everything's yellow.
yeah, everything's yellow. All the Balinese people, most of them anyway, have days off, and yeah, so there's stuff going on in the temple, which is quite cool. So we'll go have a look around.
And there's a cave here.
A what?
Cave.
Yes, the cave, yeah.
Translates to Elephant Cave,
Okay.
which dates back to the 9th to the 11th century,
That's
making
very
it
old.
one of Bali's oldest archaeological sites.
Wow. That's cool.
Like a cave.
Yes. Well, this is a good twofer then, cave and temple. Right, let's look around.
Hello, all done at the temple. You now find us at the monkey forest. Here to see some monkeys. Temple was nice actually, it was pretty chill. Oh, I can see some monkeys over there and I will shortly roll the camera around. But yes, here at the monkey forest, see the monkeys, have a nice walk around the forest, which should be quite nice. So, come with us, see the monkeys.
And let's avoid getting rabies.
Yes, and maybe try and keep hold of the camera. Might put the camera away for the monkeys, for the cheeky monkeys. Right, see you there.
What was that?
Is now a good time to say that I don't actually like monkeys very much?
What do you mean you don't like monkeys?
I don't know. They're mischievous. And yeah, that's it, really. Just a bit mischievous. I don't think I like the energy they bring.
I think it's important to talk about like the whole picture when you're visiting a place like this. And we're usually pretty, I'd say, careful when it comes to, especially animal tourism.
Yeah.
Like we'd never do anything to do with like the elephants or big
No.
cats. We tend to avoid zoos,
Yeah.
etc. And
No,
we
I
just
think
thought
we'd
this
like-
would be a monkey forest full of monkeys, but they're clearly feeding them. There's this weird like take a selfie with a monkey thing going on over there,
Yeah.
where the guy he probably doesn't want us to have it on camera, but he's clearly we think maybe a slingshot.
Yeah. Well,
In his
whatever
pocket?
whatever it is, the monkey doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So to get the monkey to behave, he like showed it this slingshot. It's just not great, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't give you a good feeling. So yeah, I mean we're here now, so we'll have a walk around and we'll see what's going on, but yeah, maybe not the nicest place for the monkeys, I suppose.
So find us a little spot on the corner in Ubud. We're on the high street. We got dropped off in Ubud, had a little walk around the palace. It was quite pretty, wasn't too busy there, which is quite nice. And then we just had a little walk down the high street and found this place. Thought we'd stop in for a coconut and a refreshment. You find us in the Telangang rice terraces, which is very pretty. You see there's basically rice everywhere. That's what all this stuff is. You can pan over here. That is rice. In fact, down here is rice too. Everywhere you look, rice. Can't see any cat that in rice. But it's quite pretty. You see there's like terraces up there, little terracettes, these nice big plants. It's very warm. I think it's like 30, feels like 40. But it's kind of nice to be out in nature, or what feels like nature.
are now back in the villa after a very sweaty walk in the rice paddies, and we're going to lounge around in the pool. We've got a chicken sandwich on its way for lunch, and this is how we're going to kill the next couple of hours before we head to the spa. We're off to the spa. This is so unbelievable, but now I'm all oily, so I was thinking I would treat myself to a bath. A little bathtub here, and look how cool the tap is. How exciting. Good morning. It is officially our last morning. I'm so sad. But I'm not too sad because look what I've got behind me. That's breakfast. It's breakfast. We of course couldn't come to Bali and come to a place like this without trying out their floating breakfast. So I'm quite excited to jump in and enjoy a spa breakfast. So let's go. Oh, it's a bit cold. It's so crazy, like every other morning has been like grey and rainy.
Yeah.
And our floating breakfast morning is not.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to take a photo of you, you look so cute. Right, I think I'll start with a pastry. Can I have this whole one?
Mm-hmm. Dragon fruit.
No, I haven't had one single piece of dragon fruit.
What?
I won't deprive you of your 3 cubic centimetres of dragon fruit. I have to say, I've always wondered about the practicality of a floating breakfast.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
No.
I'm not sure how I'm going to eat my eggs Benedict.
No,
But other than that,
I mean, my thoughts are we need to profit against this thing. But yeah, no, I think this is quite nice. Just breakfast in bed breakfast in our room with a toss.
and just like that, we are all packed up and ready to go.
It's very sad. I feel like I could do with another week here, to be honest. Just to sit by the pool and read and chill out. It's been very nice. It's just been nice to be in the jungle, in the warm. A bit of a break from the dry brown.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm also excited to get home, get
Yeah.
into my own bed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought we would just summarise our thoughts on Bali. As I said at the beginning, we didn't really know what to expect. On social media, you see the full spectrum of this is heaven on earth, the most paradise place you could ever go to this is hell on earth, full of barley belly, parasites, flesh eating, everything,
Poverty,
etc. So
Yeah.
I think it's very boringly just somewhere in the middle of those two. It's not as good as the perfect Instagram picture would have you believe, but also luckily we haven't experienced any of the horror stories that we've seen either.
No, for sure. I mean, it's just like a real place with real problems, like anywhere. Nowhere is perfect. You're in Southeast Asia in a developing country, so I mean, that come with those expectations in mind. I think if you come in with an open mind and probably explore around, we haven't exactly explored the entire island. I think there's lots more places to see. We've clearly been in places with lots of tourists, and you can see the impacts that over tourism is having. But I mean, we've made that world, so
It's a conundrum as old as time,
Yeah.
right? It's like, on the one hand, you know, maybe we're overdoing it now. But on the other hand, everybody's so happy that you're bringing money here.
yeah.
I don't know what the answer is, and I don't think anyone does.
No, like I looked it up. Like 80% of Bali's economy comes from tourism, so you can't just switch it off. Apparently, the economy crashed during COVID, and it was a massive issue. So, yeah, should probably look into sustainable tourism and how
Yeah.
you do those sorts of things. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've had a really good time.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. This place has been very nice. I said it's nice to be in the jungle in the warm. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think pros for me, the fact that we're only a 3.5 hour flight
Yeah.
from home.
Yeah.
We left the house at 4 a.m. and by 11 a.m. we were sat by the pool with our friends
Yeah.
in Bali. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like a completely different world.
Yeah.
You know, even in Europe, if you fly 3 hours, you're still
It's in
in Europe.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. The climate, it's so nice to have a bit of humidity.
Yeah.
Being surrounded by the jungle and just
Yeah.
having that completely different view has been really cool.
Yeah.
So those are the pros, I would say. Definitely something we'll be doing again for that kind of extra long weekend, that kind of 4
Yeah,
days.
definitely. I think that's the big plus, is being able to come out for a long weekend. I don't think I want to do any shorter than 4 days,
Yeah.
because we were going to come in for 3, but we extended it for another day, and I'm really glad we did that. I wouldn't want to do it in 3.
Yeah. On the negative side of things, I think everything's probably a bit more dirty than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But that's something you can just live with, I think.
Yeah, as you say, you got to take the rough with the smooth. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Everything's a lot more actually expensive than I was expecting. I think we've just been on the kind of the Western tourist route, so I think we've probably fallen victim to that. I think you could probably do it a lot cheaper than
Yeah,
we've
for
done.
sure. Yeah.
And then obviously the little bits of super hyper touristy stuff like the swings and the monkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never been anywhere that doesn't have that sort of thing going on.
No, the same in Europe. The same in
Yeah.
Europe. People selling flowers and goodies and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it's just, yeah, you got, if you're going to go somewhere where people want to go, that's just what you take, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, absolutely loved it. We'll
Yeah.
definitely be back. And would definitely recommend that anybody else come here as well, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just come here and see for yourself. Like, as I said, it's nowhere is perfect. Experience the culture, see a new place, new people, new things. It's completely different to any Western country you go to, that's for sure. So, like, just come here and check it out. It probably won't be what you're expecting.
Yeah. And on another note, how good has Jamie been at vlogging? Do we need to do more of this? Me delegating the vlogging? Let me know in the comments.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
And yeah, otherwise, I think we'll just wrap this up here. We'll
Yeah.
go and get on our flight, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.